All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Avokakodash. Double honor. Salaki. Double honor. Edel causes great music. Peace up, blessings also to you, brothers on highways and byways. Giving all diligence to make your calling like sure. Also, blessings to the very few sisters out there who are listening, learning, and believing. I'm that Phil Labor Kanaka, coming at you once again. That lesson, Lord's will through the Spirit and power. Be how about Shimon Shai's lessons edifying and exhorting. Now, this is a video Elder Yashwamba posted earlier. And I'm going to play it, and I'm going to get into the scriptures. And Lord's will is edifying. As you can see, it says, Americans warned to leave Russia immediately and state debt issues do not travel alert. All right, New York Post.
The United States has told its citizens to leave Russia immediately, citing the
It's kind of low, Lord's will, you can hear
the
it.
risk of arbitrary arrest or harassment by Russian law enforcement agencies. The Kremlin said it was not the first time US citizens had been asked to leave Russia. The last such public warning was in September after President Vladimir Putin ordered a partial mobilization. The US Embassy in Moscow said in a statement, quote, Russian security services have arrested US citizens on spurious charges, singled out US citizens in Russia for detention and harassment, denied them fair and transparent treatment, and convicted them in secret trials or without presenting credible evidence. The Federal Security Service said in January that prosecutors had opened a criminal case against a United States citizen on suspicion of espionage. Last December, US basketball star Brittany Griner was released in a prisoner swap. She had been sentenced to 9 years in a penal colony for possessing vape cartridges containing cannabis oil after a judicial process labelled a sham by Washington. Meanwhile, former US Marine Paul Whelan is serving a 16-year sentence in a Russian penal colony after being convicted of what Washington says are fictitious espionage charges.
All right, Lord's will, you can hear that. As you can see, it said Americans want to leave Russia. All right, and that's the time we in, man. We in a time of war. All right, but before war happens, we know that a specific major prophecy has to take place, which is soon in Revelation 13, 16, 17th verse. All right, the MOTB has to be made mandatory, and those that take that mark, all right, will be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear missiles, because that's the way this place is going out. All right, by fire, by the way of the missiles. Okay, so the Lord is brewing up this war, and if they haven't told you, man, we're at war with Russia. Okay, and then we finna lock horns with China very soon as well, and then America's major ally, which is the Israelis, right? They're about to lock horns with Iran. Okay, and this war that's about to take place, this will usher in the kingdom of heaven, because it's going to destroy the current kingdom here on the planet Earth that we got right now, which is this beast system, America being the leader, or as John described in the book of Revelation, the whore that rideth the beast, which is EU and NATO. Okay, so this destruction is gonna dethrone this kingdom. Okay, basically in cohesion with Yahweh Shai coming back with the UFOs or spaceships. Okay, so it's going to destroy this kingdom, and it's going to transfer the kingdom over to Yahweh Shai, all right, which by default will be the kingdom of Israel. As when you read Acts, the 1st chapter, where the disciples asked Yahweh Shai, will he at this time restore the kingdom of Israel? But that wasn't the time yet. Yahweh Shai came as a man. He came in the flesh, as to say, born of the seed of men, a seed of David. Okay, and he came riding on an ass. But as he said, when ye shall see the Son of Man come with clouds, with the clouds of heaven and great power, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so that's how Yahweh Shai is going to return. And he said, I will not meet thee as a man. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is going to come back in the climax, all right, in the apex, if you will, of this third world war, all right. And World War III is already started, okay. It just hasn't been termed World War III, okay. This is Jeremiah 50 verse 22. It says a sound of battle is in the land, and that was one of the signs that Yahushua gave the disciples in Matthew's 24th chapter. Wars and rumors of wars. So this is a clear sign that America is at war with Russia. Americans warned to leave Russia, okay? Because they're at war, man, all right? And you remember what happened when America was going to war with Japan. Basically, all the Japanese people were put in concentration camps, okay? So that's only declared during time of war. They tell you to leave because you can be collateral damage, all right? So it's Jeremiah 50 verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction, because war with Russia is going to do nothing but bring mutual sure destruction. Okay, a term they use. Well, basically, even if one side wins, us, which according to biblical prophecy, Russia is going to destroy, all right, this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, all right. But the destruction is going to be so devastating that basically, I think the term during the time of the Rome, a Pyrrhic victory. Okay, the destruction is going to be so bad that even though one side wins, it can't even declare that it won, because destruction is so devastating. Okay. This is Jeremiah 50:23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? That's America. Okay. Because America is going to be cut asunder and broken, the hammer of the whole earth. That oppressing nation, all right, that goes around policing the nation, telling people what they can and cannot do. And if they don't obey, they put sanctions on them or they invade their country. Okay, that's the hammer of the whole earth. America says, how has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Okay, Babylon, which is a code name for America, is going to become a desolation. That's how we know this is talking about a future prophecy. And it's not talking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon, modern day Iraq, okay, is not desolate. People still dwell there, okay? And ancient Babylon didn't go out in this fashion. Verse 24 says, I have laid a snare for thee. So the Lord has laid a trap for America, because, it's the same formula. They provoke all these wars. These wars are already premeditated, all right? But this third world war that they're provoking, all right, which they've been poking the bear, it's going to be a snare, all right, because they're not going to come out victorious in this next war. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. So you can be taken, man. It says, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh. This is supposed to be a God-fearing nation. Okay, but they strive against who they call God, man. By legalizing certain acts, all right, abominable acts, which is contrary to the scriptures. Okay. All the witchcraft, right, the sorcery that goes on in this place, all of the wickedness that goes on in this place, man, where you're here to, in America, you can worship any God you want. Freedom of religion, whatever, however it goes. It has striven against the Lord, man. His Lord hath opened up his armory. What's the Lord's armory? The missiles, man. That technology the Lord has given to these men to create for his purpose. Okay. It says, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. All right. His indignation is righteous anger. So this is what the Lord is going to use to judge the people. It says, for this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her, Slakia. Come against her from the utmost border upon her storehouses. Cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Okay, so once again, this is a future prophecy. And it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Because once again, ancient Babylon people still dwell there. But in America, all right, nothing's going to dwell here once the missiles hit this place, all right? It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. So this is the time of the visitation, the time of an end, all right? The end of an empire. And this is the way it's going to go out, with great destruction, all right? It says, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power. So declare in Zion, so this is the vengeance of the Lord, all right, for Zion. Who is Zion? All right, the monument, the people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay? This is where we served our judgment. We served our slavery. This is that bitter. America means bitter. We serve this bitter bondage over here in America. So the Lord is, he has vengeance on this place, man. We were slaughtered, raped, robbed, murdered, oppressed. All right, this place destroyed us, man. Okay, and it continues to do so. Our food is poisoned. Our water supply is poisoned. Minimum wage jobs, all right, and our people that did make it, they had to do all types of abominable sacrifices and basically sell their soul and worship the devil. Okay, education is poor. All right, this place is a trap. All right, this place is it's the death of us, man. All right, it says to declare in Zion a vengeance. So the Lord is declaring Zion. So the Lord is letting us know he's about to avenge us upon this place, man. It says the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple. All right, we are the temple of the Lord. It tell you that in the New Testament, which temple ye are. We are the temple of the Lord. And Esau, all right, he has defiled our people as a whole, but the Lord has raised up and purified a remnant by the word. All right, through the word, that's how we were purified and revived. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. Who are the archers? All the all the countries that possess nuclear missiles, because a military term for, I think, a missing nuke is called a broken arrow. So when the prophets describe these missiles, they call them archers, because you look in the ancient world, all right, most recent movie I can think of is the movie 300, where when they would shoot those arrows, all right, the archers, and they would basically go in a arching movement, and that's basically how those missiles are projected. But hey, the scriptures say knowledge shall be increased. The Lord has gave these Russians, all right, technology to where their arrows, all right, they can arch and project their arrows, their missiles, all right, and they can change the course, all right. You know, so this place is done. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. So the Lord is calling all the nations against Babylon. All right. America is about to go to war with Russia, who has the largest nuclear arsenal, the most advanced nuclear weapons on the planet. China. All right. The BRICS nations. All right. You got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Okay. You're going to have North Korea with them. All right, all these nations, then even pursuant to Revelation, the 17th chapter, all right, America's own allies are going to shoot missiles upon it as well. Okay, so this place is done. So the Lord is calling all the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, so all ye that possess these missiles, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work. And as it started out with, they hammered the whole earth. So look how America's been treating all the people on the planet, all the other countries, and even its own allies. So they're going to recompense her according to her work, how America's been treating these nations. Okay. And when you have a gun in your hand, right, and you go into a building, all the people, and you got the superior power, you can dictate and tell everybody what to do. You can be rude as you want. You can do whatever you want to do to the people, and the people are going to obey you because you're the one with the biggest gun in the building. In America's military, that's what America's been doing with its military throughout throughout his whole reign. Okay, it's been able to dictate, and it's been basically tyrannical. Okay, telling people what to do, telling people they can't possess nuclear weapons when America possesses them, telling people they can't do business with this country. Like, just complete wickedness, man. All right. So she's going to be recompensed according to her work. It says, according to all that she have done, do unto her. Look what they did in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So it's going to be done unto her. So if she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel, proud to be an American. All right. This place is, it's proud, man. It says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. So all you people in the military, in the American military, you're going to be destroyed over there in the Middle East, man. Okay? And all you're going to get drafted, you're going to be destroyed over there. It says, because I am against thee. So the Lord is against America. The Lord has never been with America. All right? And God bless America. They use that term. The Lord said, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, and that day is fastly approaching. All right, the time that I will visit these, the Lord is about to visit America. Because for the longest, man, America has been at hammer the whole earth. Nobody has been able to come up against them. All right, they haven't had, basically, their main land hasn't been touched. It hasn't been invaded. Okay, but they go around and they invade other people's countries. They put sanctions on people. Okay, and then you will look like man, who's going to come up against her? Okay, but the Lord, the Heavenly Father, the Lord is going to visit this place. It says in through His Son Yahushua. All right, that is, it said, the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities. Okay, missiles, man, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. So the children of Israel will be the northern kingdom because they got here first. Okay. The northern kingdom got here first, man. I believe 722 BC, if I'm not mistaken. All right. But the so-called Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Seminole Indians, Mexicans, okay, all of the tribes down there in South America, okay, that's the children of Israel. And the children of Judah, which would be the southern kingdom, so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, were oppressed together. And that's how you know that this is not talking about ancient Babylon, because only the southern kingdom went into ancient Babylon. Okay, the northern kingdom was, I believe, already in the Assyrian captivity. Okay, it says, thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you in the ghettos, you in the slums, you living together, man. You were oppressed together. All right. That's why you're supposed to come together instead of being divided and conquered. Okay, but the Lord has raised up a remnant. All right, that will come together. All right, through His Spirit. Okay, so we were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right, cheap labor. All right, that's all they kept us around. Cheap labor, man. You look at the bottom of the pyramid, the essential workers, the people that keep this place up and running. Your janitors, your garbage men, all the jobs at the bottom, that the base of the economy, all right, it keeps this place going. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, it says their Redeemer is strong. That's the point. Their Redeemer is strong. So the Lord's about to destroy this place. He laid this snare for you. You finna go to war with all these nations. Okay, and you're gonna be destroyed. Because this is the Lord. It says their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is His name. Yahweh is His name. All right. And He's the Lord of armies, man. It says He shall thoroughly plead their cause. So He's going to plead our cause. So you don't have to give us reparations. All right. You can sit and talk about, you Negroes always complaining about slavery and all this. And and oh, just get over it. Okay. But the Lord is going to plead our cause. It says that he may give rest to the land, talking about the people, and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay? So the Lord is going to plead our cause, and he's doing it right now. That's why he got America getting ready to be destroyed in this war that is provoking with Russia, China, okay? These major superpowers. So that's it on that. Americans wanting to leave Russia immediately because we're about to go to war, man. All right, we're about to go head to head. It's not going to be, pretty soon it's not going to be a proxy war no more. All right, man, it's going to get bad. Okay, America's about to lock horns with Russia real soon. But before that happens, the MOTB has to be made mandatory. So with that, Lord's will, is edifying. Until next time, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. I say shalom.